One of the most memorable moments for me during this year's film camp was how we implemented prayer throughout the whole camp. Our director, Brian, was leaving us for the evening. Before he left, we were all praying together, and I remember thinking to myself that why are we spending this time in prayer when we should be, on set and getting these shots done?
There's always a difficult balance in trying to finish a project in a short period of time and not feeling like we have time to do anything else.
It was during the filming that evening when I realized we are really moving quickly throughout these shots when we really shouldn't have.
I just felt a peace about it, that we're not gonna have a problem. When we were praying, it just recentered everyone, recentered everyone in what's important.
And then that's when I realized that, wow, asking God for strength really, he really delivered on that one.
We would get into a really good groove, and then at times myself or Carlos would have to say, okay guys, or remind Brian that we needed to stop and pray.
It's been every year we would go to morning mass at 8 o'clock, and then we'd get started with our day. But it wasn't until this year that we really had a disciplined schedule of what we would do.
We were doing parts of the rosary, we were doing liturgy of the hours, and we went to mass every day. I think that was the right amount of weight to push us down so God could push us back up, and I think we saw some cool fruits from that.
This year's film camp really told me, in a way, that there is time for prayer, even though you do have a really tight shooting schedule.
And for me, it was even a lesson for myself that, if you were that busy, then that means that you need to pray just as much. And at first you saw that some of the kids really struggled with that, but then as the week went on, it was like they were looking forward to that. They became more focused and more driven.
Before coming here, I thought I had great faith. I believed I had great faith in God and the Catholic religion, and my parents always raised me that way. But when I came here, I almost felt like I didn't have as much faith as I thought.
One of the things that I enjoyed during film camp was seeing their faith life progress. Some people were very quiet in the beginning about their faith, and then by the end, it just completely blossomed.
The people I was surrounded by here at the film camp completely changed me in a way, changed my life for the better, and I can only thank them for it. Definitely it hits me really hard in here, because I almost feel like I was almost going in the wrong direction. Still had my faith, but kind of fitting in with the rest of everyone around me. But when I came here, I felt back to being accepted, and I felt like it was okay to have full faith.
I can't imagine any bigger fruit that could come out of film camp than someone that can take that with them, and hopefully for the rest of their life.
I feel better spiritually coming out of this film camp than I did going into it.
This year it really came out, and it really struck me that, oh wow, it is really important to devote spiritual time and asking God for strength, and I think I will definitely be implementing that on future film sets.
And I pray every day at church. I pray every day when we go to adoration that God will give me the strength I need, and that Mary will give me the strength I need to implement everything I've learned and all the faith I've grown into everyday life.
We can only pray here at Lumen that the kids will take that into their life outside of film camp and bring that joy that they experienced. Whether they realized it or not, we as mentors saw that joy and their focus, and realized that it wasn't about making a film, that in the end it was about glorifying our Lord through what they were creating with the talents that God has given them.